In this video, we will explore the strategies to get high scores in CELPIP speaking task 3 and task 4. When we are talking about task 3 and task 4, they are about sounding organized under pressure. Most candidates panic here, not because the English is difficult, but because they don't understand what role they are playing. So, before we touch any examples, we must understand the concepts behind these two tasks. Without that understanding, your response will sound confused, rushed, and unconvincing, no matter how good your grammar is. Remember, when we say task 3 and task 4, they are role play tasks, right? You're not answering a question. You're acting as a person with responsibility. You're making a choice and persuading. You are explaining, informing, and reporting when it comes to task 4. So, if you don't sound like someone who has a reason to speak, your response feels empty and mechanical. When we talk about the concept of clear position from the beginning, high scoring candidates do not keep the listener guessing. They clearly state what they are choosing, what they are explaining or requesting when it comes to task 4. And if there is any confusion at the beginning, then it lower your score automatically. So there are some logical group of ideas, okay, not listing. Low scorers list points very randomly. But remember, high scorers, they group the ideas in a very logical way. They explain each point calmly. They connect each point to a result or benefit. So this shows organized control which CELPIP values heavily. And the concept 4 is persuasive but polite tone, especially in task 3. You are persuading, but you're not arguing. You must sound respectful, confident, reasonable. Aggressive persuasion sounds unnatural and it will reduce your score. So please don't do that. And when it comes to the next concept, spoken transitions, very, very important. Written transition skills scores here. Instead of firstly, moreover, in conclusion, you can use phrases like the main reason is, another point is, what also matters here is. So these sound human and professional. When it comes to writing, there you can use different transitional phrases or words, right? Like firstly, secondly, moreover, however, in conclusion. But when it comes to speaking, you can use these type of phrases, okay? So remember. Then task 3, making a choice and persuading, right? What it's really testing here is decision making clarity and your persuasion skills, logical explanation, tone management, not vocabulary tricks. Got it? So now let's listen to a task response here. Before that, the question is, your company is deciding whether to allow employees to work from home or return fully to the office. So you have to choose one option and explain why it is better. If you want, you can just pause the video, try to incorporate the concepts that we have discussed so far in your response and come up with your response. Let me give my response here. Listen to it carefully. I believe allowing employees to continue working from home is the better option, and there are few important reasons for this decision. The main reason is improved productivity. When employees work from home, they are usually able to manage their time more effectively without constant interruptions. This allows them to focus better on their task and complete their work more efficiently. Another important point is work life balance. So, working from home saves commuting time, so which reduces stress and gives employees more time for rest and personal responsibilities. As a result, employees tend to feel more satisfied and motivated, which benefits the company in the long run. What also matters here is the cost efficiency. Remote work can reduce expenses related to office space, utilities, and daily operations. So these savings can be invested in employee development, or company growth. Overall, offering work from home flexibility creates a more productive, balanced, and cost effective working environment, which is beneficial for both employees and the organization. Now, let's slow this down and understand exactly why this works and get you a high score. First concept, clear position immediately. In the beginning of the statement itself, I believe allowing employees to continue working from home is the better option, which means I have stated my opinion very clearly. No confusion, no delay. The listener immediately knows the direction. This is decision clarity, and CELPIP rewards it. Okay? And the second concept here is logical grouping. So the ideas are grouped into productivity, work life balance, cost efficiency. So each point is explained, connected, and it is well concluded, right? No random listing. And the third concept that has been applied here is professional persuasion. If you see the tone is calm and reasonable, right? No emotional language, no exaggeration, no attack on the other opinion. This sounds like a real workplace discussion. And the fourth concept applied is spoken transition, as I told you. Notice I have given the phrases as the main reason is, another important point is, what also matters here is. So these transitions sound natural and confident, not memorized. Got it? And let me tell you why many students fail this task 3, because they don't clearly choose, okay, their opinion, which option they should stand for, and they attack the other option aggressively. Don't do that. And sometimes they list ideas without any explanation. That is also not proper way. Let me tell you why many students fail in task 3, because they don't clearly choose their opinion and they might attack the other option aggressively. Never do that. Just stick to your option. If you want, you can just touch that other option, why it is not good option or why your option is the best. You can do it in that way, but don't attack the other option in a very aggressive way. And listing ideas without explanation, yes, random listing, which will lower your score. Don't do that. And panic and rush, yes, because of time constraint they just rush it, and they also get panic because of it. Self-pip wants control, not speed. Remember that. Okay. Now, when it comes to task 4, okay, what does it test? It tests the clarity of explanation, professional tone, ability to explain situation logically, spoken organization. So this task is about responsible communication. Remember that. Okay. So here is a question for task 4. You recently attended a training session at work, but the equipment did not function properly. You have to call your manager and explain the situation. Now, let me give my response. If you want, you can just pause the video and try to come up with your responses. And then you can analyze why your response scores high or why it may score low. You can just try to identify the reasons behind it and then drop the comment. Okay. My response here is, hello, I'm calling to inform you about an issue that occurred during the training session we attended earlier today. While the session itself was well organized, there were repeated technical problems with the equipment, especially the projector and the audio system. Because of these issues, several parts of the presentation were delayed, and it was difficult for participants to follow the content clearly. As a result, some important information could not be covered properly, and few employees expressed confusion regarding certain procedures that were discussed during the session. I wanted to bring this to your attention so that the equipment can be checked and tested before future training sessions. This would help ensure that upcoming sessions run smoothly and that everyone benefits fully from the training. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and please let me know if you need any additional details. Now, If you see the concepts that I have applied here, I have applied the concept of the clear purpose from the beginning itself. I have mentioned I'm calling to inform you about an issue, right? So, which was very clear that who is speaking, why we are speaking, and no unnecessary background. And the second concept is logical information flow. So, what happened, what went wrong, what is the impact, and what is the suggested action. So, this shows organizational thinking. And then the professional tone. Yes, no complaints, no emotional frustration, just calmly reported, right? So, this sounds exactly like real workplace. So the final truth is task 3 and task 4 in self-help speaking, they are not hard. They are misunderstood. If you understand your role, if you control your structure, if you speak calmly and logically, then your score rises naturally. That's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more self-help tips. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.